Yep, y'all know what it is right here. It's 1911 Podcast along with the undefeated Gooses Goats. We're back here on a Sunday about 2 o'clock. Shout out to everyone who's checking in. Today we have legacy. We got royalty in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Christina and Larry Russell. Light It Up Cigars is in the building. Shout out to Clifton Heights. It's never been the same, man. The best damn cigar lounge, Clifton Heights, Yaden area. Larry, what's going on, man? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, Sunday afternoon, tired, long night. You should know. But everything's going well.
All right. So just tell us your name, tell us a little bit about the shop, and a little bit about what's going on over there.
Lawrence Russell or Larry Russell.
All right.
That a lot of people call me. Light It Up Cigars, 230 West Baltimore Avenue in Clifton Heights, PA. About 10 minutes outside of Philly.
Okay.
We've been there since 2018. It's 3 years now, and we're doing big things.
All right.
I love it there. We've been there a couple times, D.
Yeah,
I DJ there every second and fourth Saturday, so you guys can come out and check out that. But it's a great place. The whole location is about 3,000 square feet, 2 different sides.
Yeah.
The Russells own the building, D, just to let you know.
All right.
And it's just a great place. It's a great atmosphere. So big shout out to Delaware County, man. That's the place to go. Join today. Also, I don't want to go and put the information out, but they also got 24-hour access, D.
Oh, 24-hour access. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, they got 24-hour access.
That's a membership? Well, how's that
work?
work?
That's what I'm saying.
Basically,
How's that work?
we're doing a couple of tiers. $75 tier. Basically, get you a box, get you a T-shirt, 1 cigar, birthday cigar, 15% off.
Okay.
Then we go to the $100 membership. Still get the box. You get 2 cigars, birthday cigar, T-shirt, hoodie, and you get 24-hour access.
Okay. So just real quick though, just talk a little bit about how you end up, getting into, starting a cigar shop. What was that journey like? How that come about?
How did you say, hey, Christina, I think we're gonna open up a cigar lounge. Like, how did that start? How long ago? How did the conversation come up? Were you guys on vacation? Were you traveling? How did you kick the news to her that you were going to start up? Christina's like,
well, this is before her.
Right.
Okay.
So,
We'll preface the situation. We've known each other for over 25 years.
Okay.
And we were just friends.
Gotcha.
So we always kept in contact with each other, through social media and stuff like that. And when he saw me on social media, we kind of got back together as friends. And he saw that I was a smoker. And that kind of brought us back together as friends. Because we kind of did lose contact with each other. And then a few years ago, we just started talking again.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So friends to lovers to married.
And then how did that evolve into a cigar shop? Right. The cigar shop basically started me going around. I travel a lot. So I see a lot of different cigar lounges, African-American cigar lounges at that, in other cities, in other states. And I looked back and said, how many are there in Philly, in the Philly area, tri-state area? Right. And I looked and I saw only 2. Pearson Jeffries, which is in C. Kane, which is right around the corner from us. And at the time, it was Burns Cigar Lounge in Lawnside, New Jersey. So talked to my partners and said, hey, let's start a cigar lounge. We'll be one of the main ones. We tried to do it in Philly first, but it didn't work out because of the politics in Philly. Gotcha. So ended up talking to my barber. He was in Philly, right around the corner from me. They decided they were going to move to the county.
Okay.
So they moved. I said, well, do you know anybody with a building that for lease? He said, yeah, my landlord has another building and he might want to lease it. But by the time I got a chance to get to him, they already rented the building.
Gotcha. Okay.
And a couple of doors down, there was another building sitting right there. Used to be a internet radio station.
Oh, gotcha.
And I called the landlord, talked to him. At first, he said no, but he thought about it. He was paying money every month for being empty, his building being empty. So he's paying every month. He's coming out of his pocket. Mm-hmm. And he thought about it and said, look, if you can get approved by the county, we have no problems. Township approved this within a week, and we've been open ever since. Wow. And now, I mean, we started off 1,500 square foot building, and then the people next door to us ended up moving out after a while, and then we moved in next door.
Okay. That's a heck of a story, man. And for you to open up and still be there, still kicking after 3 years, because you know a lot of times when you first start out, you know you got like 1 year to sink or swim, kind of.
Right.
So how was that first year process of, you know, how we make sure this thing is going to be open within 2, 3 years down the line?
First year, start off slow, real slow. I mean, we started getting members. One of our first members is one of my classmates from high school. We've known each other since 1982. Ray Haynes played at Temple football. When I told him that I opened up the lounge, he was like, I'm there. How much? So he was the first member, and then we started getting other members as time went on. Had another classmate that came out, became a member. And like I said, it was slow in the beginning, you know, not a lot of people, but then word of mouth got out there about us being open and became a booming sensation. I mean, our first 1 year anniversary in 1,500 square foot building, it was standing room only, couldn't move.
When is your anniversary?
When
do you celebrate that?
We celebrate it in November of every year.
Okay.
So we didn't do anything this year, pandemic. We didn't do anything last year. But that very first year anniversary was explosive. I mean, because could not move. When I mean could not move at all. It's like everybody elbow to elbow. But they were having a good time, smoking, enjoying themselves.
Well, you say you didn't do nothing in November, but I was there in November on Thanksgiving Eve. So
yeah, you were.
That could have been, you know, that definitely could have been a celebration. You know,
that was a great night too.
Yeah, that was a great night.
That was a great night,
man. Right? We had to pull out extra chairs. Larry was like, "Let me go get some more chairs from the back."
Yes.
You know? So
that was a great night.
Yeah. So just real quick, you talk about, you know, your membership, but is it the membership that kind of keeps it floating? How do you do like membership versus walk-ins, or you know how that process works?
Well, I do tell my members that we make more money actually with people walking in.
Okay.
A whole lot. I mean, my member Ray, I mean, he's there sometimes on Saturdays with me during the day because he works at night sometimes. Mm-hmm. And we'll just be sitting in there, and people will just be walking in all day long, nonstop, before it even gets evening time, you know, before even 6 o'clock. We get a lot of people, a lot of foot traffic just walking in. Oh, I didn't know you were here. Oh, I just Googled you and just stopped by. And we make a lot of money with just walk-ins.
All right.
Memberships is secondary to me.
Right.
I mean, the walk-ins is the key. If everybody knows that we're there and they coming in and buying, it's a good thing.
They're greeted with friendly faces. You know, everybody's comfortable. When they come in there, everybody feels comfortable and it's ready to come back. Right? Yep. So you got a lot of repeat.
A lot of repeat turn into memberships.
Okay.
So
with 3,000 square feet, what's your max on that you would do for like members? Would you do 300 members, 400 members, 500 members, 100 members?
Well, that space right now we're about 60 members. To me, that's enough. Because anymore, you're not really we don't have the room for it. And let's say all the members showed up. I mean, there would be no space for regular walk-in customers that you want. So 60 members is sufficient for me.
So you know, I see if we'll talk a little bit about your social media presence, some of the things that you guys are doing there. You know, I see Friday nights, ladies' nights, and things like that. What type of things you got going on over there?
Well, for, like you said, Friday nights, ladies' night, 7% off. I'm sorry, 10% off everything you buy from 7 p.m. to 1 a.m. It's a BYOB lounge. Also, you can bring your own food as well. We do whiskey Saturdays every second and fourth Saturday of the month with Flo as the DJ. And every third Saturday, we do smoked out Saturdays with Flo as well.
Okay.
We have an event ready come up with General Cigars. My man Rami is coming in.
Okay.
Macanudo, Cohiba. What else they do? Punch. CAO.
That's a good lead-in question because I was going to ask about your relationships with cigar companies and how they can come out and promote their cigars, and it helps you also with the shop. You have different events, where these cigar owners can come, and talk about their product.
Yep. So we just had last month we had a black company, Definition Cigars, based out of Dallas, Texas.
Okay.
My man Jamon came in, flew in from Dallas that morning. We had a great time. I mean, he picked up that light up cigars we like to drink and smoke. That's what we do.
Right.
Y'all drink there?
we drink.
You just said BYOB, said bring whatever you want. We got it.
We drink and smoke. And from looking at social media, when he walked in the door, he had 2 bottles of liquor right off the bat.
All right.
Right off the bat. He's like, they buy cigars, they taking shots.
Yeah.
And they were walking in the door, buying their cigars and taking shots.
I like that.
They enjoyed it. Next month we have DBL, my man Francisco Almonte, coming in, doing some hand rolling. He's been there. This will be his 4th time at the lounge since we've been open.
All right.
And everybody really loves that event.
So are these cigars that you also sell? So when they come in, you also,
Yeah, all the companies that come in, we sell the cigars.
Gotcha.
We sell everything that, I'm not going to say everything that they have out there, but we sell the majority of stuff they have out there.
Okay. So I want to understand the process a little bit because I know, being a cigar shop owner, you got to keep the cigars fresh. You got to, make sure you got your humidor right. Like, how do you manage that? Like, with managing just your stock in general, in your humidors.
Well, we all know it takes a lot of distilled water. So, I mean, we just make sure everything is filled up, at the end of the night, during the day, making sure the distilled water is filled, all the humidifiers are filled up every single day.
Yeah.
And making sure everything stays fresh. That's all we can do.
Fresh cigars that light it up. So go out there and definitely pick up some of them fresh stogies.
That's all we can do is make sure they're fresh.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right, quick question for you. What's the most busiest night that you can come out and party and light up cigars? Especially if you're going to hang out in the Delaware County area, you don't really want to go to the city, but you want to come out and and have a good time. What night would you recommend that's comfortable? Maybe watch the Sixers game because the Sixers are playing very good right now, and have a cigar.
I mean, if you're looking for a crowd, Friday and Saturday. Some Saturdays though is a little mellow, depending on maybe the first Saturday of the month is mellow, which sometimes I like it mellow. I like to just go in there and sit back and relax and just chill. Excuse me. I mean, when the Sixers game on or the Eagles, I mean, we do get a little crowd. Yeah. So a lot of people like that. I mean, and we do have some people from time to time, even business people come in during the day and just sit there and do work all day.
So basically, you're saying there is no best day. Come any day.
Right. Any day of the week.
So talk about your hours. Like, when are you open? When are you close? Like,
the hours are like all over the place.
Okay.
Mondays we're open from 2 to 11. Tuesdays we're open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Wednesdays 3 to 11. Thursdays 11 to 11. Fridays 2 to 1 a.m. Saturdays 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Sundays 12 noon to 11 p.m.
All right.
Major holidays. I'm not gonna say all major holidays, but like Christmas, Thanksgiving, we're closed. Want to be with the family.
Yeah, no doubt.
relax,
No doubt. Yeah.
take it easy.
So what's some of the things that you want the people to know about, about your shop, about your operation, and say your address again and your name just so that people can hear?
Light It Up Cigars, 230 West Baltimore Avenue, Clifton Heights, PA. You have to put Clifton Heights. If you're Googling it for directions, you have to put Clifton Heights.
And why do you say Avenue other than Pike? Because I grew up right around there. Is the difference between does Baltimore Pike end right there as soon as you pass the Wawa?
I mean, some say it's Pike, some say it's Avenue, but from all the information I received, it says Avenue.
Okay.
Yeah, because Pike doesn't start until you get to Oak.
Right.
Baltimore and Oak.
Right.
How do you know that? You're not even from.
Don't question my GPS skills.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying. Don't question my GPS skills.
Listen. To me, it don't matter whether it's Avenue or Pike.
No, but
just get the address right in Google so you can make
well,
your way
that's what I'm saying.
to
But
Light It
that's
Up.
to his point. Is you have to put Avenue because if you put in Pike, it's not going to pick up.
Well,
and
this
Pike
is what I
doesn't
got
start
into.
till Oak.
Yeah, you definitely have to put in Clifton Heights because if you just put the address
that's
in,
where Springfield starts.
you put the address in, you're going to go to a
Right across the
230
street.
West Baltimore Avenue,
but
Baltimore
that's
Pike,
not
but
it,
it won't be it.
Yeah.
It won't
Right
be
there
it.
where
Christina
Illusions
can
is.
attest to that because it happened to her.
The first time I came out there, I was like, "Where is this?"
Exactly.
I put in Avenue, and it was like, "Give me." Is another address? It's 230.
She never put in Clifton Heights. Never did.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's important.
Well, this is where the podcast takes a major turn because as far as Andre the Giant, along with me, and then with D, in my opinion, Light It Up Cigars is one of the best cigar lounges in the tri-state area. I love to go there. I mean, I invite all my members of Kappa Alpha Psi to come out there.
That's right. Absolutely. You know about my fraternity, so I definitely want to
I've never seen a whole bunch of Qs there, but I'm just saying the Kappa. We just celebrated Founders Day there.
Hey, so do you want to not offer Light It Up Cigars to the Qs?
That's what we talking about. No. I definitely.
So let's make sure we're right then.
But I'm just saying.
Family. My son is Omega Psi Phi.
See that? See that?
I like to thank everybody for coming out. I like to thank everybody for coming out. Make sure you pay your tab. If you have been drinking, please do not drive. Take a taxi home.
So keep talking crazy over here. but man, everybody comes out to Light Up Cigars, man, to have a good time. Let's talk about cigars a little bit. Like
that's right, but I want to talk about the turn up. I mean, the fact that they have live DJs there, they have live bands there. They have two different. Like you can go in and you'll have members hooked up to the Wi-Fi, the Bluetooth, playing Biggie and playing old school or whatever. It just has a whole different vibe that I really appreciate. Being a DJ along with Andre the Giant, just to come in, have different genres of music. Their selection of cigars, D, is excellent.
Yeah. That's why we was gonna get into that.
They have great selection of cigars. So I'm a big advocate of it. Also, big shout out to all the members of Delta Sigma Theta. I know that your Founders Day is coming up this Thursday.
Shout out to Delta Talk.
But
absolutely. Chain University, Deltas, absolutely.
Yeah, the first African American
HBCU. Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely.
I thought Lincoln was. Was Lincoln? Is Lincoln?
Nah.
Here we go.
Cheney. Let's get it right. 1837, Chain University, the first HBCU. But let's keep talking about Light It Up because that's a whole different discussion. And ain't nobody.
Why you always get mad? You start sweating.
Because
I'm just saying. I'm not taking shots at Cheney. I partied there before you partied there.
Absolutely, but I'm just telling you that if we gonna talk about Cheney, you can talk about it right.
I'm just asking all them. Listen, if you
right, how about
Cheney
this?
or you a Cheney,
I'm sorry,
if
you a Cheney alumni, please. Oh, big shout out to Virginia State.
There we go, baby.
I knew it was coming.
VSU.
Shout out VSU. He's a VSU alumni. So if you from the tri-state area and you live in Philly, Jersey, and Delaware, come on out to Light It Up because we are there just about every single Friday and Saturday of the week. The Qs hang out there. The Noobs hang out there. Cheney University alumni hangs out there.
Absolutely.
You happy now?
Absolutely. Thank you.
It's a great location, man. And I'm just telling you, if you're looking for somewhere, did you go? You went out last night, right? Did you go to a different lounge? Big shout out to your brother. Big shout out to your brother.
Big shout out to my brother. Big bro, 50, Tommy Daniel. That's my big bro. Just turned 50 and we did a big for him last night.
And you went out to a cigar lounge, right?
Absolutely.
Did they have a DJ there?
They did not have a DJ there.
Okay. Did you listen to any Biggie or did you listen to any Jay-Z or any, I don't know.
The music selection was all right, but it wasn't lighted up. It wasn't lighted up all right.
So lighted up has a whole nother
realm.
It has
a whole nother tier.
That's right.
There you go. Light it up.
Now, do they? Now, there's women that come to light it up, right?
There's women that come to light it up.
Because we're inviting because there's going to be a lot of Founders Days this month. I mean, shout out to the Deltas, ladies of Delta Sigma Theta, because they're celebrating their Founders Day this Thursday, which is the 13th. Am I right? The Reds?
The 13th.
Yep.
Shout out to the AKs. I think the 15th.
The 15th. So they're 2 days after.
I think that's what it is.
When's the IOTA's Founders Day?
See, I'm the bruh. So I'm not even going to entertain that.
I'm just saying.
I'm not. Shout out to the IOTA's.
All right.
But
IOTA Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. You guys see the whole thing.
Wow.
See.
You a hater, man.
Yo.
Listen, when they jump on, you don't want nothing to do with it. Anyway, Light It Up Cigars, man. Clifton Heights. It's a great 232 West Baltimore Avenue.
Correct.
Clifton Heights. Clifton Heights, PA has a great little, bunch of cigars, man. Just a great atmosphere. Yeah, it's just great.
Hey, we also sell that 28 Black now.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
There you go. 28 Black.
That's right.
28 hours energy.
Extra 4
Look, you
hours.
just led it to the commercial real quick.
Mo drinks it. Andre drinks it. Had a long weekend. Right here, 28 Black. It's the energy drink for champions. Man, and she'll love it too. Each and every night of the week, you want to make sure you check out 28 Black, man. That's the energy drink for champions. You can go on to 28black.com, USA, and go. But also, you can pick it up here. You can come here, 250 West Ridge Hike, Royersford, PA, right here at Goose's Lounge, and pick up your cases of 28 Black, all right? She'll love it too.
Mm-hmm.
So, back to Light It Up Cigars, man. So, question, Mr. and Mrs. Russell, what is your favorite cigar to smoke?
There you go.
And let me ask you a question differently. What was the first cigar you ever smoked, if you can remember, and what's your favorite cigar to smoke to this day after being in the cigar industry and business for 3 years?
I'm all over. But when I first started, and then like a lot of people, I started out with the acids when I first started. A little sweet. And then once I left the acid, I ended up going to the popular cigar out there, which is Fat Bottom Betty's.
Yeah, that's what D smokes. He smokes acid.
A lot of Fat Bottom Betty's. But then after going out and talking to a lot of reps, getting a lot of samples, things like that, I just started smoking a lot of different things. One of the things I'm smoking now, one of my favorites, DBL, Connecticut. Amarillo. I smoke this all the time. It's a great cigar. Francisco does a great job with it. My go-to right now that's in the house would be Charter Oak Broadleaf and Blind Man's Bluff. Those are the two that I really keep.
That's a good one.
That I really keep in my humidor at home, along with a whole bunch of other things.
Okay.
Have you ever had Fratello cigars?
Fratello, no.
Wow.
No, never have it smoked.
Thank you, Jess. Mrs. Russell.
Yes.
What was your first cigar you ever had, and what's your favorite cigar after 3 years with you and your husband in the business?
The first one I ever had was Romeo E. Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah, that was the very first one I was smoke. I don't smoke them no more.
Okay.
But I like sweets. I like Connecticut's, Sweet Jane, Betty's, Tatiana's.
Yeah,
so anything Connecticut I can smoke.
Now, Miss Russell, when you and your girlfriends hang out, right? Let's say he's at work, he's been working all day.
Right.
And your girlfriend's like, hey, let's get a smoke or whatever.
Yeah.
What is you guys' cigar of choice? Will you guys maybe sit around, smoke cigars at the lounge, maybe drink some wine, some pairing? What cigar that you would pick of your choice that you would pick, and what would you pair it with?
Well, my one own girl, she smokes Betty's.
Okay.
So like I said, I could smoke any sweet. It doesn't really matter to me. I mean, my whole humidor is like mostly sweets. Mm-hmm. And we pair it with wines. I've been starting to drink whiskey a little bit slowly.
trying to get her into it.
A little bit.
Okay.
So sometimes, it's a process. But I like what's my whiskey?
The one she likes Dalmore 12.
Dalmore 12, yeah.
Okay.
So
she likes that.
Come on, Jess.
Anything that's aged properly.
Exactly. It's not like overwhelming.
Exactly.
So I like that.
You go 12 one up, 12 to 15.
There you go.
Exactly.
R.A. Quinn, the Portellos right there. Pass them over to you so you can give them a try.
Nice. See
what you think about those. But so the Tatianas are popular with the women, right?
Yeah.
They kind of
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say this: it's popular with a lot of fellas too.
Okay.
There's a lot of guys that really love the Tatianas.
Okay. So at your shop, is there a flagship cigar brand that is like kind of like your anchor? Or
if you're coming in as a newbie,
that's you.
I steer people to DBL because it's a good stick, mild. I mean, this Connecticut is a good stick.
It's very mild.
The whole selection is great.
Okay.
So I try to steer people to this. They're not expensive. So I try to steer them to that so they won't break the bank on their first go run. I mean, I can break the bank if they want me to.
I mean, he likes to break the bank.
Hey!
You can break the bank. You can break the bank on flow.
Hey!
You know what I mean? So don't offer them. Go to the top rack.
That's not nice.
In the back, he got everybody.
So
Matter of fact, he got everybody.
That's what I do. I steer them to DBL, and a lot of people enjoy it. So that's like our signature go-to cigar for everybody who comes in the lounge.
And that's very important for people that are just getting into it, and they're going into a shop. So they're going into a shop blind and totally clueless. So they don't know if they want to smoke medium, mild, full body.
Right.
Somebody's just starting off. You can't show them a full body. So it's great when you go to a shop that is educating the consumer, so that this way they can continue to come back, and then they on a journey of learning proper cigarettes.
So is that how you walk new people through? Like new smokers, they come in the shop, they say, "Oh, like I want to smoke, but I haven't smoked before." Right. Like what?
That's what I do. I tell them, okay, well, I give them the option. We can go sweet, or we can go Connecticut. That's what I tell them all the time: sweet or Connecticut. And then when they say, "Well, I want to try the sweet," okay, then I steer them to the Fat Bottom Betty's. Crazy Jane, the Crazy Alice, Sweet Jane's, Other Rose, and then I'll move over to the Tatianas.
Gotcha.
If they say Connecticut, I'll go right to the DBL.
Gotcha.
Go right to the DBL, Connecticut. But then that's my first. But then I'll go into other options of Definition Cigars, Nor Connecticut, Camacho Connecticut. I'll point out the different Connecticut's that we have, and let them decide. But I always try to go with DBL first.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
That's interesting. Let me ask you something. If it was one person, dead or alive, Mr. and Mrs. Russell, who would be the one person that you would smoke a cigar with, and where?
You asked me that last night. I'm like, and I still haven't thought.
Because he was trying to prep you, I guess.
Yeah, and I still haven't thought about that.
Richard Pryor.
Really?
I
that
thought
would be
about
a funny
that.
cigar.
I thought about
I'm sure he
that.
got stories.
That would be funny.
I
That
thought
would be
about
good.
him. But my man Bernie Mac. That's
Bernie
my man.
Mac?
Yeah.
Now that's a great one right there.
That's my man Bernie Mac.
That's a great one. That's a great one.
What cigar would you smoke with these two individuals? And where would you be? Because I know you two travel a lot. Every time I look up, I text you, "Hey Larry, is we having a party?" Man, we in blah 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 blah. Y'all went to Tampa, right? Aren't y'all going to Tampa or
yeah, something like that.
somewhere like that?
Something like that.
All right.
that.
Okay.
Well, safe travels to you.
Yeah.
Where? On an island somewhere.
Yeah.
Chilling
with a drink.
That's right.
And what would I be smoking? I don't know, depending on the day.
Yeah. Now, when you say that though, depending on the day, is there something that you would smoke in the morning versus something that you would smoke at night, or do something with coffee, or
Connecticut? I mean, I smoke in Connecticut in the morning.
Okay.
With some coffee, some tea.
Okay.
Just sit back and relax. Actually, I try to have a Connecticut as the first cigar of the day, period. Regardless if it's morning, noon, night. First cigar, because this is my first cigar of the day.
This sets the tone, right?
First cigar of the day. So now I can go heavier and start drinking a little bit more.
Gotcha. So, big question here, though. What's the future lighted up? Like, you got some plans? Like what do you see in the next, couple years, or is it short term, long term? Like, what do you see going on there?
Well, I'm gonna go back a little bit. When we first started, we started out doing mobile. So basically, we were doing events. Get phone calls, we go set up and go to these different events. And then we did the brick and mortar because we saw that going mobile, you can't get that connections with the cigar companies going mobile.
Okay.
Once we became brick and mortar, we had abundance of phone calls of all the vendors out there. I mean, we go to a PCR event, and just by being in PCR, your name and phone number is at every cigar manufacturer out there. So we get calls from everybody. So now, I mean, my goal is to go back to the mobile aspect to capitalize on 2 ways. That mobile event, the cigar lounge. That's what we want to do. We are going to be expanding our basement to make that members only. It's about 3,000 square foot. We're going to do a lot of things down there.
Okay.
And make that members only to where it's going to want to make you be a member.
Right.
You know,
That's the perks. That's the perks of being a member.
That's going to be that secret room.
Yeah.
Well, what's down there? You got to pay in order to go down there.
Yeah.
You got to pay.
All right.
So that's
All right.
That's the goal. I mean, I wish we had more space to have an outdoor space, but we only have right at the window of the buildings. That's it.
But you got a lot of stuff going on, man, with going back in to going mobile, finding those events, getting to those events, getting your stuff out there, getting your table set up, getting your tent set up, and then, expanding downstairs, for members. So listen to that, man. He's expanding for members. So definitely you want to be in, get in where you fit in with Light It Up Cigars.
I mean, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. I mean, I love the atmosphere, especially on the Friday and Saturday night. Once again, we celebrated our Founders Day there, which was a great event. Shout out to Solo. Solo took all the pictures and always promoting Light It Up. Absolutely. So maybe we can make you the Light It Up official photographer.
He's in competition. And we both know the same.
Yeah,
we both know my man Bam.
Oh, Bam takes pictures.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so this is like Bam did their opening and everything.
We did. We had a
couple of events.
We did Karanja's.
Yeah,
Karanja's events. Another new.
Yeah,
we did his event at the lounge.
So it's like me and Bam are in competition. It's just like, oh, good, rock out. I just come in. When,
He's a real photographer, though.
Yeah.
And Dre, shout out to Dre. Dre DJ.
Hey, and Dre's DJ there too.
He's DJ there too. I'm DJ there too.
So Dre, what you think about Light It Up, man? What you think?
Thanks for asking.
Yeah.
Speaking of mobile, that's how me and Larry met, by him doing his mobile pop-ups, and I was really inspired by what you were doing and your humbleness of your business. And I watched you grow into getting your own place, and I admire you for that. He did take one of my questions from me, but I'll get back to that. How do you manage your time from managing Light It Up to your personal time?
She gonna say it's hard. I already know what she's gonna say, but I do have a day job. Work for American Airlines during the day. So my physical time in the shop is always Saturdays. That's my day. But when it comes to having events, I try to be there because I'm the one that's talking to the vendors. If I'm talking to a cigar company, they only know me. They don't know anybody else. So I try to make sure I'm there for those cigar events when we do have them. But then one of my partners, Anthony, he does a lot. If I need him to go to the bank or I need him to do this, he basically takes in all the orders when we order cigars. He'll do that. He'll take them in, put them up, do whatever needs to be done. And I have another partner, Sean. He does the same thing. He's all the way in Delaware, but I make the phone call to him, and he's on the road doing whatever he got to do. So I try to stay away as much as possible to be at home.
Right.
But then when I'm home, I might be on the computer doing some work, doing some orders.
She's like, yeah.
You heard the subtle laugh in the background when he's at it when I'm at home.
Doing some orders. And to be honest, when I'm at work during the day, I could be on my phone placing orders, doing things like that while I'm at work. So I'm constantly moving because I wanted to grow. I wanted to stay there forever. I don't want it to go anywhere.
Of course. So speaking of, that drops me right to my next question. And Dee did touch on it a little bit. Where do you see Light 'Em Up Cigars in the next 5 years?
Now, one of my partners said we should expand. But come with expansion, I mean, we would have to find somebody else to help run that. I mean, I would love to expand. Maybe possibly, I mean, he's in Delaware. Maybe we can go to Delaware. Open up one down there one day. That'll be a plus to have
Great.
two.
Yeah. Awesome.
But the mobile is one of the things that we want to get back to. What's it? EJ? EJ. I mean, I talked to EJ Wednesday, and he's doing it big. And that's what we want to do. We want to be at the Eagles game, tailgate, and everybody come and sit back and smoke with us and, on the big screen TVs. I mean, we've actually done that before. We've done some in Middletown, Delaware. I'm sure a lot of people watch Power, and they had a Power event at his restaurant. And in the parking lot, he wanted us to set up a big screen TV, and we set it up, had the tents and cigar smoke, and we had a great time. So we want to go back to that.
Nice.
Hey, that sounds great. So, like we said, I admire your humbleness, Dee, Flo. I've played there and I had a great time. I've been there several times and I have a great time every time I come in. And I come there to support you and your business. A lot of people come and support a business and don't know why they support the business. But we know why we come there to support your business, because you're humble, your business is humble, and we look in and we're here to help you grow your business in the future. So we right here with you, brother.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Just real quick, because with the whole mobile thing, is there different licenses or permits that you need to be able to do that, or can you just go to,
well,
how that work?
From my understanding, in Philly, there is really no tobacco license for it. There's not, because when we started, we went out there. I tried to go through the regular, do whatever you got to do, go downtown and fill out this paperwork, fill out that paperwork, and there's no license for a mobile cigar lounge in Philadelphia. So being in the county, to my knowledge, there's no license either, because actually in the county, there's no tobacco license in the county. There's a tobacco license in Philly, but there's none in the county. So that played a big part of us opening up in the county, because now we don't have to spend additional monies to have a tobacco license in Philadelphia. So the county, as long as you have your sales certificate, you're good to go to sell any tobacco besides cigarettes. Cigarettes is different, because now you have to have a license to sell cigarettes.
Okay.
So selling cigars, no tobacco license at all.
So is it like for if you did have to have a license, is it like a yearly thing, or once you get your license, you're good to go?
It would, I believe, it would be a yearly thing.
Okay.
Just like the tobacco license in Philadelphia, theirs is, I believe, it's still $300 a year.
Yeah.
For a tobacco license. So
okay.
Hopefully, I mean, I'm sure, because EJ's not in Philadelphia. EJ's based in the county.
Okay.
With his mobile.
Right, with his mobile cigar lounge.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah, man. A cost is a cost, whether it's $300 or $100. Right. When you start looking at your overhead, you don't need to, have any extra, especially the yearly cost. Because that's always coming up.
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Any last questions for Mr. and Mrs. Russell at all? Anybody?
Now I'll open it up to them if they want to, say some last couple things.
I want to say thanks for having us.
Always, man.
Yeah. Should have been here earlier, but
it's all
long
good.
night. Long night.
Better late than never.
Well, with that being said, man, big shout out to Light It Up Cigars. Make sure you guys go out and support these wonderful African American owners, man. It's a great cigar lounge. I'm there. The Noops are there. The Qs are there. 1911 Podcast will be there. Philly, Jersey, and Delaware. You have a great place to go. in order to purchase and smoke cigars each and every day of the week. Big shout out to everybody who is checking us out. Make sure you like and share and comment and add us as your friend as well as Lighting Up Cigars. We'll see you guys on the other side, man. Thank y'all so much for checking us out and stopping by, all right? Yeah. Hi.